remained in my mind.
After you graduated high school, you joined the Navy, and you were at the top of your class, so you were sent to Italy to attend the Naval Academy there. At one point, you were asked by your professors to give a presentation to your fellow classmates about your religion.
You're absolutely right. You know, when I graduated from high school, I went to at that time in Iran, we didn't have any SAT for high school. Every university, they had their own concurrence. You went over there with your paper and pencil, and you filled up the question, and they chose their own student. I wanted to become a medical doctor. I love medicine. But in order to understand how the concurrence worked, I went to a university where they were having a concurrence for the Navy. They wanted to elect 18 people to go to Italy and England to become the naval officer. I went there with my friend, so let's see, how does it work?
So you went to practice?
I went just practice.
Practice test.
Pardon me. When I sat there and I was taking that very easy, I was the last one to enter, and there were about 1,400 people, and I took the exam very casually, and amazingly, it seems that I wrote the exam. I knew all the answers. So I went home and I forgot all about it. One day, I was with my housecoat. In the morning, I saw my mother went to the door and said, "My God, they are here to take you for the military obligation services." I said, "Why?" She said, "There are 2 MPs at the door." And I went there, and they gave me a letter and said, "Congratulations, you have got to contact the Navy headquarters." I read that, and I had passed that concurrence. I was questioned, I said, "Why do I have to study more? I have already passed one." So, yes, I joined the Navy, and at first I was going to go to England, but gradually I was getting to the top, and I went to Italy. When I was in Italy, during the 100 Years cruises with the Italian ships, all the students, they had to go and prepare speech for some topic that they was elected for them to talk about. The topics that elected for me was Muslim religion, because I was very few Muslim religion among all the Catholics. I took a few books and I read the story of Muhammad, and the more I read, the more I understood how the fundamental of Muslim religion was working, was contrary against what my mother was saying.
What do you mean?
Because when I read the story of Muhammad, a prophet should be the sample, the prime sample. When I read that he got married with a 6-year-old kid, consummated marriages when she was 9, when he himself witnessed killing 600 Jews in the Badr and Khabar's war that they had, I changed completely my view from the Muslim religion. And on the other hand, when I noticed that in the first 100 years, Islam had 200 wars, and God knows several thousand or million people killed because they didn't want to become Muslim, that to me changed my mind. Religion is something that you have to believe and you have to want it, not something that you are being forced to get it. And that is the Muslim religion: conquer, accept the religion, or kill.
So today, do you consider yourself a Muslim?
I consider myself a right person to give and be a nice person. I don't believe in Muslim religion.
Well, today, you know, all the indications are that Iran is pursuing a nuclear weapon. If they're successful, will they use it?
The fundamental of Islam is a sword. Sword is the symbol of the power. They have been having that from 1400 years ago. The nuclear energy for Iran is the same thing, the symbol of power. If the Muslim religion used the sword in the last 1400 years, I guarantee you, the nuclear energy and nuclear power is going to be used as well. The nuclear power is not something new to Iran. Actually, it was started selling them to the Iranian government during the Shah.
This is nuclear weapons program?
Nuclear energy.
Nuclear energy.
For 20 different reactors. Iran was signed a contract for $2 billion for the combined uranium enrichment between the United States and Iran. Location was going to be identified that the revolution happened. So what they are doing, they are actually pursuing the same program and a little bit more to the nuclear power.
So you think once they get a bomb, they will use it against another country?
Well, I don't know how clear it can be. Once the president of a country says that Israel has got to be wiped from the map of the world, Jews, they have to be eliminated. It's clear they are going to use it. We don't have to take it literally. We don't have to take it very lightly. It's going to happen.
You know, Mr. Bakh, you clearly state in your book that you are not against the Muslim people. But I think a lot of Muslims might take offense at some of the things that you say about their religion.
I know they take the offense. They take the offense about that one. The fact is that the Muslim religion is a big cult. It's a huge cult. It's a cult that goes from Indonesia to the United States. This cult do nothing but brainwashing. Truly, I feel sorry for the Muslim people. Muslim people are being inside a big cult with the continuous brainwashing, and they don't have nerve to raise their head to see over the wall, to see what's going on other side of the world. The young generation in Iran, through the internet, they are understanding more. That is the only hope that we have. Internet is the key to go ahead and eliminate the bad regime of Iran or the bad thinking of the Islamic revolution of Iran. Yes, they are. I have nothing against the Muslim people because I feel sorry for them. They are being brainwashed.
Do you think it's possible, though, that Iran, the young people of Iran can rise up and throw off the Islamic Republic?
There are over 70 million people in Iran today, with almost 50% under the age of 35. Internet is something everybody likes. Music is banned in Iran. Can you believe that? A country, young 35 people under the age of 35 years old, they don't have music. So what they do is just they go through the internet and try to go under the table.
So, Mr. Bakh, why did you write this book?
I wrote this book. I told you I'm 72 years old. I'm not going to be living forever. This is my gift to the people in the world, to the civilized people in the world. I'm introducing this book to warn the people, to let the people know that the big avalanche is coming. We know it's big, we know it's coming. We don't know where it's coming, and we don't know how it's coming, but it's coming.
This is Islamic radicalism.
Islamic radical Islam, if they could conquer Iran with the 6,000 years of civilization, of the history, with the 2,500 years of freedom, that they wrote the first verses of the human rights. It is in United Nations. If that happens to Iran, that can happen everywhere, including the United States.
Mano Bakh, thank you so much for being on the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The book is Escaping Islam, and his website is escapingislam.com. You've been watching Mideast Journal. I'm Mimi Geerges. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, stay well.